a storm broke over our heads, the island was a sliver on the horizon. And we were alone, deep in the graveyard of the Atlantic. A rip current had me and my 7-year-old son in its teeth. I felt him slipping. I nearly lost him in the swell. I had two choices. I either fight the ocean and we drown, or I reset and evolve to meet the conditions. I focused my eyes to steady my panic-stricken mind. And then I relaxed my breathing, exhaled, softened my body, and angled with the current. We adapted to the ocean instead of fighting it. We lived because we reset to center and flowed. Most people will never be caught in a riptide, but every day, millions drown on dry land, pulled under by stress, conflict, and burnout. We're not breaking from a lack of character. We're breaking from a failure of energy fitness. We've been told that resilience is grit, mindset, willpower. Useful sometimes. But grit without energy health is like flooring the gas with no oil in the engine and no fuel in the tank. Motors stop, everything breaks down. My lineage in Chinese martial arts, Shen Qing Wu Tan, teaches that human performance isn't just muscle and motivation. It's yi, inspiration energy, your visual spirit-led focus, and qi, adaptation energy for flow, and the living fabric under your skin, fascia, a sensory adaptive network that reorganizes moment by moment and is piezoelectric by nature. When activated, it gives a charge of electrical energy. Said simply, resilience is an energy skill, a feat you can train. My life tested that claim. A few weeks after the riptide nearly took us, Hurricane Sandy took our home, and my family was displaced for over a year. Days after, we finally moved into a new home. My father was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer related to his months around ground zero after 9/11. He fought hard and met remission with hope, but in 2022, we lost him. Grief isn't a wave you outswim. It's the ocean itself. For years, I confused vigilance with safety and numbness with strength. The day I nearly lost my son in the ocean, I realized I had trained for external danger and found safety and ease. Now it was time to train for the storm inside. But what changed everything wasn't a louder pep talk or a shinier productivity hat. It was an old idea hiding in plain sight. Your eyes are an energy switch. In my lineage, we say genius and power are manifested through the eyes. When your vision constricts, your breath tightens, and your body braces, you freeze. But when you engage your eyes, your vision activates, your breath eases, your nervous system settles, and your fascia, that whole body energy web, regains its flow. Observation first, breath follows, movement flows. Eyes lead, yi awakens, fascia activates, chi flows, power manifests. And all the best of us emerges. I call this energy switch the reset. Observe, inspire, and move. In that order. It's deceptively simple. And it's not a metaphor, it's mechanics. This is also how I got out of the trauma trap, the loop where everything in your life organizes around what hurt you the most. Honoring the past is essential, but identifying only with it is a second injury. When I trained my eyes to gather observations in the present, I could feel grief and pain and still choose a powerful response. I stopped being defined by the circumstances and making trauma the center of my life and started organizing my life around leading from center with energy. From there, the system crystallized. First, you become energy aware, as you are right now. You begin to see how energy drives life. You track observations instead of drowning in thoughts and feelings. Then energy flows. Fascia regains glide. Breath and movement resync. Spirit and body unify with the mind to support and enhance one another. And then energy fit. Energy health becomes a priority. You no longer seek comfort and relief. You value power under pressure and commit to act in alignment with focused energy discipline. And then energy independence. You can reset anywhere, anytime, without equipment, guru, or perfect conditions. It's your nature to rely on energy to manifest powerful new possibilities no matter what. This is a resilience you can feel immediately, not just after a retreat or a year of therapy. Those can help. But this turns the power back on now, where you need it in your life. It is said that experience gives the test first and the lesson after. This discipline changes that equation. The test, your life, your quest, becomes the lesson, and then the lesson becomes an adventure. Burnout, conflict, and collapse are not moral failures or weakness. They are energy outages. And energy can be trained directly through the eyes, the breath, fascia activation, and integrated movement. If you only work mindset, you're arguing with your biology. If you only add grit, you're taxing a depleted system. But when you restore energy health, your strength and actions have something to stand on. This isn't think positive. It's reset physiology, so powerful, new choices become powerful new possibilities. So let's do this together. Observe. Eyes on. Start tracing the lines of light and dark and color with your eyes. And then watch me and try, without judgment or criticism, to do what I do as best you can. You can either let go and give it your best, or tighten up and worry it's not good enough. Next, breathe. In slowly, out slowly. Quietly inhale and exhale through the nose. Enjoy your breath. Now follow me. Sit up tall or stand tall. Extend your crown to the sky. Unclench your jaw. Relax and fake a smile. Drop your shoulders and then extend your hands towards each other behind your head and let your shoulder blades glide softly. Bring them down and around, then bring your fist toward your ears. And then open them with your palms to the sky. Pull your elbows back and down towards your hips. Bounce and exhale. If you have space, slide one hand down and away across your lower back and your other hand across your shoulder. Inhale, exhale, inhale. One more time. Stretch. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now observe this moment. What changed? For many of you, less pressure in the chest, tingling in the body, a sense of ease, a quieter mind. Now, if you're looking for an epiphany as a proof of concept, take it easy. Setting the conditions for an epiphany is a far more valuable skill than hoping for one. Miracles happen by surprise, not by certainty. That wasn't magic. That was your fascia and your nervous system reorganizing around a better signal, what science calls coherence. You just proved you could change your state in the moment and under pressure, not after it. Now imagine if leaders, teachers, clinicians, first responders, veterans, people in recovery, and those who love them could flip this switch on command. Imagine companies measuring success not only in profit, but in energy health. Fewer injuries, fewer meltdowns, more creativity, more respect, less harm. Imagine families, even in grief, finding enough center to choose the next right move. So here's my ask. For the next 10 days, practice a 20-second energy switch 3 times a day. Before a hard conversation, during a deadline, waiting in line. Observe, inspire, breathe, and move. Then write down one thing that went differently because you reset first. It won't erase loss. It won't stop the ocean, but it will teach you to ride the tides and sometimes to bring someone you love with you. In my lineage, we have a life-changing creed I offer to you. No harm, all respect, no exceptions. Train your energy and lead from center. And when the water rises, reset and rise with it.